Good afternoon, welcome VANIK-IAS. We will discuss current affairs of 19th October. So first, let's discuss objective questions. Okay. So first question is, with reference to green crackers, consider the following statements. Green crackers have small cell size compared to traditional small cell size. That means size of green crackers are small. Right? Size of green crackers are small cell size. Okay. Overall size is small than the traditional crackers. They are produced using less harmful raw materials and have additive which reduce the emission of by suppressing the dust. It reduce the and they have additive that reduce the emissions by suppressing dust. That this is green crackers. Right? Green crackers do not contain banned chemicals. Green crackers do not contain banned chemicals such as lithium, arsenic, barium, and lead. Green crackers release water vapor. Green crackers release water vapor. So, which of the following green crackers are? Which of the following statements are right? All of them are right. Green crackers release water vapor. Do not contain banned chemicals such as lithium, arsenic, barium, and lead. They reduce the emission by suppressing dust. They are using less harmful raw materials, small size. These are the features of green crackers. So all of the above statements are right. Recently, Prime Minister has launched Indian Age, an e-magazine which is of which of the following. It is related to genetic medicine, or it is related to organic farming, or it is related to fertilizer or innovation in the field of space technology. Right. So, Indian Age, just a second. Okay. It is an e-magazine on fertilizer. C is the answer. Indian Age is an e-magazine based on fertilizers. So that is C is the answer. Okay. Next question. Which of the following are which of the following with respect to PM Kisan Samruddhi Kendras, PM Kisan Samruddhi Kendras, which of the following statements are correct? That is, these are established to rectify the problems of beneficiary farmers related to direct benefit transfer under PM Kisan Samman Nidhi, that is PM Kisan scheme. Ministry of Agriculture is the nodal agency. Ministry of Agriculture is the nodal agency to administer these kendras. Yes, because these are what is this? So PM Kisan Samruddhi Kendras. It is related to if there is any problem regarding beneficiary farmers regarding direct benefit transfer, right? PM Kisan, what is this PM Kisan? 6,000 rupees money is given to all the farmers per annum. That is 2,000 plus 2,000 plus 2,000, right? So they are given under PM Kisan scheme, and Ministry of Agriculture is the nodal ministry. Both the statements are right. because PM Kisan it will be obviously it will be controlled by Ministry of Agriculture. So both the statements are correct with respect to PM Kisan Samruddhi Kendraj. Okay, we have another question regarding PM Kisan. With respect to PM Kisan, consider the following statements. Center transfers an amount of 6,000 to per year directly to the bank accounts of small and marginal farmer only. So as there is only so doubt this question, obviously this is wrong, and this is irrespective of the size of the land holding, right? All are given, farmers are given 6,000 rupees, right? Irrespective of size of the land holding. That means it is not only limited to small and marginal farmers. So first statement is wrong. It is a centrally sectored scheme. Centrally sectored scheme means all the funds is provided by the central government, not by the state government. No share is given by the state government because centrally sponsored scheme are especially particularly centrally sponsored scheme. Where both central government and state government they contribute. Usually this is 60 is to 40 or 90 is to 10 in case of Himalayan states or northeastern states. This is the centrally. It is in case of centrally sponsored scheme, and this is centrally this is their centrally sponsored scheme when both the center and the states are they jointly contribute. Then centrally sectored scheme, that is with 100% funding from the government of India, right? It is entirely responsibility of identification of beneficiary farmer facilities with the state's government. So it is entirely responsible. Yes, who will identify the beneficiaries? It is the state government. They will identify the beneficiaries. So here, 2 and 3 options will be right. 2 and 3 options will be right regarding PM Kisan scheme, in which 6,000 money amount of money is given to the farmers. 60,000, sorry, 6,000, where that will be given in 3 installments. That is 2,000 plus 2,000 plus 2,000. Right, and the entire responsibility of identification of beneficiary farmers rests with the state and union territory governments. Consider the following statements regarding with regard to headline inflation. Headline inflation. Yes. It provides accurate picture of inflation in the country. It is affected by short-term transitory effect on prices of products. Which of the following statements are right regarding headline inflation? First statement, it is provides accurate picture of the country, accurate picture of inflation in the country. No, it do not represent the accurate picture of the inflation of the country. Right? Headline inflation, it is one type of raw inflation. Figure reported through Consumer Price Index (CPI) released by Bureau of Labor Statistics. So headline inflation is not adjusted with highly volatile figures. Highly volatile figures, for example, energy prices, right? For example, food prices, they are highly volatile figures. Anytime the prices may fluctuate. So headline inflation are not adjusted. So that's why headline inflation becomes very high. For example, in a particular area, suppose suppose there is flood in Maharashtra and onion cultivation suffered and onion price get very high. Right? That will be representing the headline inflation. But that rise in the only one cultivation product that increase the headline inflation, but that do not represent the true picture of inflation, because that the inflation in a particular commodity, that is called as headline inflation, right? So commodities generally, other commodity, then there is core inflation, right? We have two types of inflation. One is headline inflation, which we do not give the clear inflation, we do not reflect the clear picture of inflation. Then we have core inflation. Core inflation, that is equal to food and fuel, that is equal to headline inflation minus core and food and fuel inflation. Food and fuel inflation, food and fuel inflation, and headline inflation. That is what we call as core inflation equal to headline inflation minus food and fuel inflation. It is called as core inflation. The difference between headline inflation and core inflation. Okay. With respect to financial action task force, consider the following statements. It is a global money laundering and terrorist foreign financing watchdog. Yes, financial action. It is the job of financial action task force is to control global money laundering and terror financing. It is terror financing watchdog. Right? Watchdog means that the agency that I mean take care. I mean it will be vigilant about the terror funding and money laundering. Okay. It is an intergovernmental organization established by G7 countries. Yes. Its headquarters is at Paris, France. It is established by G7 countries. Paris, France is the headquarters. India is a member of Financial Action Task Force. Yes, India is a member of Financial Action Task Force. Right. Pakistan is in grey list. It has grey list and a black list. So Pakistan is in grey list so far as money laundering and terror financing is concerned. So 1, 2, 3, all the options are right with respect to financial action task force. Okay. Which one of the following is not likely to measure the government or RBI takes to stop slide of Indian rupee? That means rupee is getting weakened. Right? Rupee is getting weakened. So which of the following statement is not most likely? Curbing imports, curbing imports of non-essential goods and promoting exports. See, if we promote export, then export will increase. If export will increase, that means the merchants will earn dollar, and when they return, the merchant will earn dollar. So after earning dollar, they will ask for rupee because they earn dollar from other countries, and they will ask the government RBI to exchange rupee, right? So they will give dollar to RBI, they will ask for rupee. So demand of rupee increases. So it is one of the measure which RBI takes to stop the Indian rupee. So demand of rupee increases means rupee appreciation. That means rupee will become strong. That will make rupee strong rupee because demand of rupee increases. This is the first sentence. So this is a measure that taken by RBI. But question is what is not the measure? We'll see the second question. Second statement. Encouraging Indian borrowers to issue rupee denominated masala bonds. Encourage Indian borrowers to issue rupee denominated masala bonds. So if you masala bonds are issued, then what will happen? They will give money and purchase bonds. Right? They will use money and purchase. So money is get converted into bonds. So demand of money increases. Right? Demand of money increases. So if demand of money increases, then that will make money strong. So it is also right, but it is not so. It is a measure and it is a measure. But the question is what is not the measure. Easing conditions related to the external commercial borrowing. That means you will promote borrowing from the external countries. So if you borrow from external countries, you will borrow in dollar. That means You will give that to RBI. Now RBI will give you money. You ask for money. Now demand of money increases. Demand of money increases. As demand of money increases, then what will happen? As demand of money increases, so rupee becomes strong. So this cannot be a measure taken by the Indian government. Then following an expansionary monetary policy. Expansionary monetary policy means RBI will reduce the interest rate. So RBI reduce interest rate. If RBI reduce interest rate, what will happen? There will be money flow to the market. If money flow will happen to the market, the price availability of money will increase. So value of money will decrease. So that will make money further weak. So D is the answer. Next step. Which are the following statements? The effect of devaluation of a currency that it is necessarily improves competitiveness of domestic products. Okay. The devaluation of money improves the competitiveness of domestic product exports in the foreign markets. Yes, domestic exports. Devaluation means that is depreciation of money. Suppose $1 equal to 70 rupees earlier, now it has become $1 equal to 80 rupees. So devaluation happened. So what will happen if those who are exporters, suppose somebody exported and earned $2. Earlier he was getting 70 rupees, now he will get 80 rupees. So he is getting 10 rupees extra, right? Suppose the product of that price is 70 rupees. As you are getting 10 rupees extra, you can reduce the price of the good by 5 rupees because you are getting 10 rupees extra and you want just 10 rupees profit in everything. You expect that. So you can afford to decline the price by 5 rupees by or 10 rupees. So when price of a particular good declines, demand increases. So export demand will increase because you have reduced the price. As you have reduced the price, demand of export increases. That is what we call as competitiveness increases. So competitiveness of domestic export in the foreign market increases if devaluation occurs. Next question. So basically, when devaluation occurs, exporters get more money. Earlier they are getting 70 rupees, now they are getting 80 rupees. As they are getting higher money in terms of rupee, so they can reduce their prices of the goods. As they reduce the prices of the goods, the demand of the good increases because demand is universal price. If price increases, demand decreases. So if when demand increases, that we call as competitiveness of domestic export increases in the foreign markets. Then increases the foreign value of domestic currency. Second statement is input increases the foreign value of domestic currency. Yes, that means what rupee become strong. That is what we call as increases the foreign value of domestic currency. Sorry. No, foreign value of domestic currency decreases. Depreciation means earlier it was 70, now it become 80. So value of money declines. Export increases, but value of money decreases. Competitiveness increases, but value of money decreases. So second statement is wrong. improve trade balance. Why it will not improve in trade balance? This is also wrong. Why it will not improve trade balance? Because our export is always less than import, much less than import. Import is always much higher. That means dollar will be demand of dollar will be much higher, right? So when this depreciation happens, it is good for the exporters but bad for the importers, because importers they will purchase everything by dollar. And if they purchase everything by dollar, earlier they are paying 70 rupees, now they will have to pay 80 rupees. So the price of $1 increases for the importers. So when rupee weakens, it is good for the exporters, and it is bad for the importers. So one only option will be the right answer. Consider the following statement with respect to wheat cultivation in India. Wheat cultivation in India. This is the second most important cereal crop in India after rice. Wheat is a kharif crop that requires cool growing season. Kharif crop that requires cool growing season, bright sunshine at the time of ripening. Western disturbances are beneficial for wheat cultivation of northwest region. See, first, yes, it is second most cereal crop after the rice. It is true, but it is not a kharif crop. It is a rabi crop. Rice is a kharif crop. It's a rabi crop, right? And western disturbances means it needs rainfall. Western disturbances means it needs rainfall during the winter time, during the harvesting time. And it is beneficial for the wheat. So first and third statements are right. Second is wrong. The term swas, shuffle, and star is mentioned in the news are related to which of the following? Fertilizer branding, celestial body, GM crops, crackers. Which of the following swas, shuffle, and star often mentioned in news? So what are these? These are swas, shuffle, these are green crackers, right? We have already discussed the components, features of green crackers. They are environmental friendly, they do not use toxic gases, they are small in size, right? They will not create huge amount of dust and environmental pollution. They are green crackers. Swas, Shuffle, and Star are green crackers. D is the answer. Next. Next we'll discuss name bits about green crackers. Chandigarh allows the use of green crackers. What is the difference between green crackers and traditional crackers? Both crackers are traditional crackers causes pollution, right? Green crackers and traditional crackers both causes pollution. However, the only difference is that green crackers causes 30% less air pollution than the traditional ones. So there will be 30% less air pollution in the green crackers. Green crackers reduce emissions substantially and absorb dust and do not contain hazardous elements like barium nitrate. They do not contain hazardous elements like barium nitrate. Toxic metals and traditional crackers are replaced with less hazardous compounds. Toxic metals, traditional crackers, they are replaced with less hazardous compounds. So one is, so this is green crackers. According to National Green Tribunal (NGT), green crackers are permitted only in cities and towns where air quality is moderate or poor. Where air quality is moderate or poor, green crackers are permitted only in cities and towns. Right? Especially their especially entity of Delhi, national, for example, Delhi NCR region, which is highly polluted during the winter, we can use this green crackers. This is a reduction in emissions of sound as well as green crackers. This is a reduction in emission of sound. Okay. With the UT allowing use of green crackers, how does one identify and differentiate them? For example, one should ask green crackers falling only in three categories, that is Swas, Shuffle, and Star. Three categories. The green crackers. The crackers developed in the CSIR. They are developed by the Council of Scientific and Industrial Research. Swas, that is safe water releaser. Just a second. Hello. Yes. Good afternoon. Yes. So Swas is the safe water releaser that should have a small water pocket droplets which get released when burst in the form of vapor. Safe water releaser. Small water pocket when get released when burst in the form of vapor. Swas is safe water releaser which suppresses the dust released by releasing water vapor in the air. It does not comprise potassium nitrate, sulfur, and particular dust released will reduce approximately by 30%. Okay, so approximately the pollution is less by 30%. So that's why green cracker is more preferred in the urban areas, especially during the winter in NCR region of Delhi and from various metropolitan cities. When huge amount of these crackers are burned on the eve of Diwali, that creates an environmental, it becomes very hazardous for the children and especially those people who are suffering from asthma and such type of respiratory diseases. They suffer a lot, and after 2 to 3 days it becomes like the environment becomes highly polluted for each and everyone, and that so various allergies type of diseases are also get developed in certain cities. So in such a situation, government wants is making mandatory green crackers, or rather than prohibiting, they are allowing green crackers. According to National Capital Region Tribunal, green crackers are permitted only in cities and towns where air quality is moderate or poor. This is reduction in emission of sound as well as green crackers. Right. This is reduction in emission of sound as well as green crackers. With the UT only, with the UT only allowing green crackers, how does the identify differentiate them? One should look for the green crackers falling only in these categories, that is first, shuffle or star. Right. Okay. Next. Similarly, star. Star is safe termite cracker. that do not comprise potassium nitrate and sulfur emits reduced particulate matter disposal and sound intensity. Sulfur is a safe minimal aluminium. Sulfur is safe minimal aluminium which has minimum uses of aluminium and uses magnesium instead. It ensures reduction in sound in comparison to traditional crackers. Sulfur that ensures reduction in sound in comparison to traditional crackers. Okay. Identification of green crackers can be done through CSIR NERI logo. Scanner may be downloaded using CSIR NERI. Green QR code up from Google Play Store. Okay. What are next? What are the toxic metals that are traditional crackers release? Crackers release several toxic metals that can be harmful to health. For example, colors emitted from crackers like aluminum, magnesium, titanium, orange color carbon or iron. Similar yellow agents are sodium compounds, blue and copper compounds, and strontium carbonates. Green agent barium monochloride, salts, barium nitrate, barium chloride. So these are various types of toxic metals that are used in the firecrackers and which is very dangerous for the human health, especially for those people who are suffering from respiratory problems. What damage and harm can these chemicals do when one person is exposed? Who is vulnerable and who is to the exposure? Lead in crackers impact the nervous system, while copper triggers respiratory tract irritation. Sodium causes skin issues, magnesium leads to mental fume fever. So there are various types of that leads crackers that impact nervous system. Copper it triggers respiratory problems, sodium causes skin disease, and magnesium content mental fume fever. So there are various types of disease that may cause to the people when they come across because of the old types of crackers, especially when they are highly used in the urban areas. Cadmium not just cause anemia but also damages kidney, while nitrates is the most harmful that causes mental impairment. The presence of nitrite causes irritation in mucous membrane, eyes and skin. The most vulnerable population through the most vulnerable population through our infants, children, pregnant women, elderly and people with underlying medical conditions. The presence of nitrate that causes irritation in the mucous membrane, eyes and skin. So these problems developed just after the Diwali celebrations. Why are the green crackers being preferred over the conventional ones? Firecrackers made with reduction in the size of cell, elimination of ash uses, reduced uses of raw materials, uniform acceptable quality, leading to reduction of particular matter, gaseous emission. That is why green crackers are being preferred. Dr. Dilip Mahalanobis and his discovery. The physician Dr. Dilip Mahalanobis, he passed away recently. Dilip Mahalanobis was suffering from lung infection from age-related ailments, while oral rehydration solution (ORS), a simple and effective remedy for dehydration, is known around the world. The physician who pioneered the treatment is less famous. This ORS as as a sample effective remedy for dehydration known around the world. This physician who pioneered the ORS, this treatment, is is not famous. That is who is Dilip Mahalanobis. According to WHO, diarrheal diseases such as cholera among the leading causes of mortality in infants, young children in developing countries, where the patient dies of dehydration. ORS, the combination of water, glucose, salts, simple and cost-effective method for preventing such type of diseases. So it is very helpful in the developing countries and some communicable diseases which are usually many times seen in the low-income countries. Dr. Mahalanobis was working on overflowing refugee camps during the 1970 Bangladesh Liberation War and came up with ORS. Right? From the Lancet called it the most important medical discovery of the 20th century. From 1975 to 1979, Dr. Mahalanobis worked in cholera control for WHO in Afghanistan, Egypt, and Yemen. During 1980s, he worked with WHO consultant on research on management of bacterial diseases. In 2002, Dr. Mahalanobis, along with Dr. Nathaniel F. Fierce, was awarded Pauline Prize by Columbia University, considered equivalent to Nobel Prize in pediatrics. Okay. So these are his achievements. Oral rehydration is still mainstay of treatment for diarrheal disease in children before the use of ORT. The only treatment that was intravenous fluid infusion, which was neither cost effective nor easy. So oral rehydration is still mainstay in treatment in diarrheal diseases. Right? There was there before ORT, the treatment was intravenous fluid infusion, which was not cost effective. That's why he is famous. He is a who was discovered ORS. Okay, ORS treatment. Next, about Dr. Mahalanobis. Born in November 12, 1934 in West Bengal, Dr. Mahalanobis studied in Kolkata and London. Dr. Mahalanobis has studied in Kolkata and London. Joined Johns Hopkins University of International Center for Medical Research, trained in Kolkata 1960s, where he carried out research on oral rehydration therapy. In 1970 war broke out. Millions of people from eastern Pakistan took refuge in India. Clean drinking water, sanitation are the problems. At the refugee camps, the cholera and diarrhea broke among the people. Anyway, exhausted and dehydrated. Right. So at that time, Dr. Mahalanobis and his team were working on such camps, and in Bandgaon, stocks of intravenous fluids were running out, on the top of which there was not enough trained personnel to administer IV treatment. So at that time, as this crisis developed, he has developed treatment of ORS. Right. So his discovery. What is his discovery? Uh, from his research, Dr. Mahalanobis knew that a solution of sugar and salt, which would increase water absorption by the body, could save lives. He and his team then prepared solution of salt, glucose, water, and began storing them in large drums. From their patients and relatives could help themselves. So that is Dr. Mahalanobis has developed this ORS, that is the solution of combination of salt, glucose, and salt and glucose, right, and water. In 1971, cholera outbreak in the huge amounts of outbreak, the huge amounts of intravenous fluids that were required plus the problems of transport and lack of trained personnel for the administration represented an almost unsurmountable logistical problem, that is transport problem, in treating the cholera effectively. Under such circumstances, by the standard methods to use oral fluids as they only recourse that situation. So here ORS played a significant role in such type of crisis. To convince people the new treatment would work, as an oral form of saline, the oral solution that we elected to use consisted of 20 gram of glucose commercial monohydrate, 3.5 gram of sodium chloride, and 2.5 gram of sodium bicarbonate per liter of water. This was the simplest formula containing minimum number of ingredients. Previously found to be effective in severely ill patients with cholera. Soon the fatality rate in Dr. Malloy's camps was down to 3% compared to with 20 to 30% of camps that used intravenous fluids. Dr. Dhiman Borua, the head of the bacterial disease of WHO, visited the camp manager Dr. Malloy's and started popularizing the ORS method of treatment. And after that, this ORS method of treatment is got popularized by the WHO and everybody in the world is using it. The legacy. While initially the medical fraternity was skeptical, WHO eventually adopted ORS as a standard method of treating cholera and other diarrhea diseases. The WHO recommends a combination of sodium chloride, anhydrous glucose, potassium chloride, trisodium citrate dehydrate as the ORS formula. India in July 29 is observed as ORS Day. One of the advantages with ORS is that even untrained people can administer it and keep the crisis in check till the patient is admitted to the hospital. It contains electrolytes in the right proportions and given to the babies and adults suffering from diarrhea. So it is very effective. It is highly effective for such type of communicable diseases. Even the normal person they can use the ORS, right? So that's why we are celebrating 29th day of the ORS day. And Pradhan Mantri Bharatiya Jan Urvarak Pariyojana, One Nation One Fertilizer Scheme, that is Bharat. The Pradhan Mantri Narendra Modi inaugurated PM Kisan Samman Sammelan 2022 at Indian Agriculture Research Institute, that is ICAR, IARI, right? The Prime Minister is inaugurated in 600 Pradhan Mantri Kisan Samruddhi Kendras, 600 Pradhan Mantri Kisan Samruddhi Kendras under the Ministry of Chemicals and Fertilizers, and launched the Pradhan Mantri Bharatiya Jan Urvarak Pariyojana, One Nation One Fertilizer Scheme. Ministry of Chemical and Fertilizers, they have started that is Pradhan Mantri Kisan Samruddhi Kendra. Under the new One Nation One Fertilizer Scheme, companies are allowed display their name, brand logo, and other relevant product information only in one-third space of their bags. Only in one-third space of their bags they can use their brand name or other relevant product information. On the remaining two-third space, Bharat brand and Pradhan Mantri Bharatiya Jan Urvarak Pariyojana logo will have to be shown, right? So at least two-third area should be shown as the Bharat brand, and Pradhan Mantri Bharatiya Jan Urvarak Pariyojana will be shown because companies are getting huge amount of fertilizer subsidy from the government of India. The government is mandating fertilizers producer to promote their products under the brand name, that is Bharat brand name. For all the Bharat fertilizers companies, state trading entities (STEs) and fertilizers marketing entities (FMEs), one brand name is urea, D-ammonium phosphate (DAP), muriate of potash, nitrogen, phosphorus, potassium, NPK would be Bharat Urea, Bharat DAP, Bharat MOP, Bharat NPK. So these are the four fertilizers which are widely used. That are Bharat Urea, Bharat DAP, Bharat MOP, and Bharat NPK. That will be like this, and in two third area will be covered by the Government of India logo, right? That is Bharat brand. The government's logic is to introducing single Bharat brand in all subsidized fertilizers being marketed by the companies. There are some 26 fertilizers, inclusive urea, in which government bears a subsidy and also effectively decides the MRPs. Apart from subsidizing and deciding that what price companies can sell, government also decides where they can sell. Right? Where they can sell, that also everything is controlled by. So far as fertilizer is concerned, everything is controlled because the government is providing subsidies. You cannot sell, you cannot export those subsidies just because government is providing the money. This is down to Fertilizer Movement Control Order 1973. Fertilizer Movement Control Order 1973. Under this, Department of Fertilizers draws an agreed monthly supply plan on all subsidized fertilizers in consultation with the manufacturer and importers. The Department of Fertilizers draws an agreed monthly supply plan, right, on the subsidized fertilizers in consultation with manufacturers and imports. So how much amount of fertilizers will be supplied in each month. When government is spending vast sums of money on fertilizer subsidy, the bill is likely to cross 2 lakh crore in 2023. For deciding where and what price companies can sell, it will obviously want to take the credit and send a message to the farmers that it is paying 2 lakh crore rupees of subsidies per annum. Then Pradhan Mantri Kisan Samruddhi Kendras. Pradhan Mantri Kisan Samruddhi Kendras have been inaugurated the aim to develop 3.2 lakh fertilizer shops in the country. Pradhan Mantri Kisan Samruddhi Kendras. They will be centers where farmers can buy not only fertilizers, seeds, but also implement soil testing and avail useful information about farming techniques. So around 600 Pradhan Mantri Samruddhi Kendras have been inaugurated. Okay. Critically examine the procedures through which presidents of India and France are elected. France is one of the earliest republics of the modern world because from French Constitution we have got the idea of liberty, fraternity, and equality. All these things because of the French Revolution. From French Revolution, this idea of democracy rights, these are the ideas are came out. India adopted the word republic from the France Constitution. Republic means the head of the state must be elected. That is republic, right? In case of monarchy, the head of the state is hereditary. In case of republic, head of the state is elected. For example, the president of India is elected. President of India and President of France are executive head of the state. Although in case of India, there is de jure power, that means ceremonial power. Still, a president is the head of the state. But real head is the prime minister. An executive head of the state, both officials enjoy certain ceremonial positions as commander in chief of their respective armed forces. Certain ceremonial position as commander in chief of the respective armed forces. Right, for example, president is the commander of chief. There are commonalities between election procedure of president and president of India and France. Election is held every after every 5 years. There are rounds of election procedures till a candidate secures absolute majority. Right? Rounds of procedures till the candidate secures absolute majority. That is also same in case of India, because vote is not done. It is voting proportional voting is done in case of election of president. So the president have to secure absolute majority through different colleges of electors to win the election. What are these similarities? The president of France is elected by universal franchise. That means every citizen is they elect their president. Like we elect our prime minister, they are elected by universal adult franchise. On the other hand, president of India is elected by the elected members of the parliament and state legislative assembly. Electoral college is created to for election of the state legislative assemblies. The nomination of President of India requires 50 electors as proposers and 50 electors as seconders, while President of France requires 500 elected officials as proposers. 500 elected officials they propose the name of the president so that he will become the President of India, President of France. Okay, so this is the major differences. The France presidential election split into two rounds. In first round, people can vote only of the candidates that have gathered more than 500 signatures. If no candidate receive absolute majority, then second round can vote. Only remaining candidate who emerge out of the first and second, first among the first emerge first and second in the first and second round. Right. So in the first and second round, those who emerged one and two, they can participate in the election. There is no procedure of security of deposits in the French presidential elections. Unlike Indian presidential election, there is security deposit. We can say that there is some similarities as well as dissimilarities in the election procedure of presidents in India and France. However, the procedure election may be different from what their role as the head of the respective republics embark on the road of growth and development of India and their ability to maintain social harmony in diverse nations in equal manner. So there are similarities and as well as dissimilarities so far as France and India are concerned. What there is republics, we have got the word republics from the French, and they require for example, in case of Lok Sabha, we need 50 candidates and 50 seconders. But in case of France, that is 500, and they are elected. France president is elected by universal adult suffrage, like Indian prime minister. Okay, so the lectures end here, and like this video and share and subscribe to VANIK-IAS. Thank you.